Good morning. It's more like afternoon, but today we're already on the train because we're going to Gyeongju. And yesterday in the evening we went to one cafe which is in the area of Ihwai Women's University, and I've been looking at that cafe for so long and I've been wanting to go there for so long, but finally we just randomly went there. And when I saw the exterior, first thought that I got was, oh, is it like Harry Potter themed cafe? But when I looked up online, I didn't see any mentioning of Harry Potter, so I thought maybe this kind of interior. But when we went inside and when I heard the music there, then I realized that it was really Harry Potter cafe. And this one is not like Harry Potter cafes that I've been to in Hyundai. The one in Hyundai was like so Harry Potter, like all the decorations were resembling the movies, the books, and there were a lot of things connected to Harry Potter. But this one, on the other hand, had a bit different kind of vibe. It didn't have that many like Harry Potter decorations, but it felt like it was a really cute tea place somewhere in Hogsmeade near Hogwarts, where all the wizards and witches just go to have their daily tea. And since it wasn't that much about Harry Potter's theme, but still Harry Potter cafe, it felt like it was a cafe that only wizards and witches could know about, but muggles didn't know about, because if you look from the outside, it looks so small, but in reality it's so big inside. And also it had quite an interesting mood of like a bar. It also works till 10:30 p.m, but there are no alcoholic drinks. There is only tea, cookies and ice cream, and it's literally 10-minute walk from my house, so I'm just sure that I will go there often. I will spend a lot of winter evenings there because the atmosphere is just magical, literally. And we're ready to go. So we're going to Gyeongju. We're gonna arrive in a bit more than 2 hours. I'm not really sure where exactly we're going there, so I'll have to research a bit more about the city right now. Yeah, see you there. So a really quick room tour. So here we have the front door and also the screen to watch some movies in the evening. Here is also the bedroom already. Here's the bathroom and a really cute area here. You can see like some bamboo. I'm sure it is real bamboo. And one of the reasons why we actually chose this place is this hot tub. I was a bit worried which way it faces, but I see that it just faces like bamboos. Hello from Gyeongju. We've been here for I guess like 2 hours already, and we just checked in. We took a really quick walk on the kind of famous cafe street. Yeah, there are a lot of cafes, I guess, but we didn't actually have that much time there to walk because we were just extremely hungry. That's why we came here to eat. And even so, the place is big. I do think that maybe it's not just the right season when there are a lot of tourists, so there are not that many people, to be honest. But on the streets there are more people. It's already kind of dark, so today we'll just take it easy. We'll just eat, we'll just rest, we'll just go to some kind of cafe and go back home. To be honest, when we were going by a bus to our place in Gyeongju, I think, and even now when I think about it, I think that I can compare Gyeongju to people who live in Ukraine. They will understand what I'm talking about, but I can compare it to Mukachevo in the west of Ukraine, because it's like a city somewhere in the mountains. It's not that big, but it's also not that small. There aren't that many tall buildings. Yeah, so let's see what we'll think of Gyeongju a bit later. And my boyfriend, to be honest, even though he is Korean, he was born in Korea, he was kind of studying in Korea for some time, he's never been to Gyeongju, so I'm really curious to hear also from him what he thinks about the city. I think for this trip we decided to be more chill and just not plan too much in advance, specifically for Gyeongju. Like, we looked at some reels, we looked on some websites what is here to visit, but we just sat down right now, discussed it a little bit, and now we kind of do have a plan for tomorrow. And now we will go to probably the most famous spot that you can see when you search Gyeongju on the internet, which is a really important historical place. What do you think about this place?
So I had always heard of this place growing up in Korean, like elementary schools, middle schools. A lot of school field trips all over the country come to Gyeongju to see all the historical sites. This used to be the capital of Shilla 1,000 years ago. And also a lot of people go see the Buddhist temple, Bulguksa. But I personally left Korea after elementary school, so I didn't really go on these field trips, so I guess I missed out on these places all my life. But I'm very happy to be here finally, and it's a really cool, beautiful site. There's around this astrological observatory, there's a lot of ancient tomb hills, very beautifully lit up in the night time. Yeah, I highly recommend visiting.
Now that I also see a river here, it's like a really small river, and here's this beautiful bridge, which at first we didn't understand what it was, but then we understood that the bridge that we were actually looking for. And after walking here and looking at this river, it reminds me of Mukachevo even more because in Mukachevo there's also like a really kind of shallow river. I just can't tell you enough how happy I am that I decided to wear my winter coat because it is absolutely freezing here. It is so cold, and even so, I took some really warm clothes with me. It was some bird. There was literally some bird. Okay, anyways, even so, I really took quite some warm clothes with me. I didn't wear like that warm clothes today, so for tomorrow I will have to definitely change it. And I thought that all the clothes that I took will be, oh, it's here. But yeah, definitely winter in Korea, and no more jokes. Winter clothes is highly needed. The place is just so beautiful, so gorgeous. I just really love how the reflection looks on water. Just look at this. Like, this is just marvelous. Unfortunately, of course, this camera can't show all the beauty of this place at night, but just trust me, it is really gorgeous. So after spending kind of like 6 hours, it's my coffee. Who's the abuser in this relationship? I don't know. After spending almost 6 hours in Gyeongju, we kind of got the, let's say, first impression, first idea of the city. And for me, it is first of all, yeah, it is much smaller than Seoul, obviously, but the vibe is interesting. For the most part, I guess there are just residential areas, but right now we are in the area which is famous for a lot of different cafes, and a lot of these cafes are inside of traditional houses, which makes it look really beautiful. So yeah, definitely cute place to take a walk and enjoy your coffee.
What do I think of Gyeongju so far? Yeah, the palace we just went to is unfortunately, I think back in the heyday it was like a much bigger palace. Unfortunately now there's 3 or so structures left, but good news is there's a huge pond of the palace that is still remaining to these days, and they lit up beautifully. The they call it the pond, but it's more like a pretty big not lake, but it's a great part of the ancient palace ruins. It's a great walk. It's totally worth the admission fee. It's like $3, more like $2 nowadays. Nowadays the Korean currency is pretty weak, unfortunately. But I guess that's good for tourists visiting from the US and other countries. Highly recommend the place.
Good morning. It's second day in Gyeongju and it's already like 12:30, but only now we are leaving our hanok and we are going to have kind of brunch or maybe already lunch, after which most probably we will have to change our plans a little bit since we are going out really late. So we might go to the temple right away. But yeah, let's see how it goes with time. The weather is just incredible. It's so sunny, quite warm, and not windy at all. We just came to this cafe and oh my gosh, on our way here, since it's like morning, it's daytime now, I see so much more of Gyeongju than yesterday in the evening. And these cute streets, this cute cafes, just this cute atmosphere. Okay, officially, right now, like this morning, I finally fell in love with Gyeongju. To be more precise, I fell in love with these cute streets, cafes, mountain views, and the weather is just really perfect today. Here at this cafe, I will show you. Here they actually have like a garden, and in summer, I guess there are flowers, but now it's too cold, so I guess they got rid of that. But still, it is so beautiful. Of course, in Seoul you also can have this kind of atmosphere, this kind of cafes on Sunday morning. But like I'm just thinking about Sunday morning because that's what reminds me of the atmosphere. But the thing is, I think in Seoul there are just too many people though. There's always someone in those cafes. But here it's just more peaceful. Here are no like really tall buildings. It's more just really Hanok village, but real village where here are people at a lot of cafes. I just love it. And they already play some Christmas songs. I'm just happy.
And I think the reason you can't... It's me again. So last night I discovered this thing called vanilla bean latte. Korean cafes, they come up with a lot of interesting drinks, in my opinion. There's a healthy industry of baristas, and just cafe businesses are huge in Korea. In fact, something I always recommend to people visiting Korea is to visit these mega cafes. It's like a competitive industry where there's these mega cafes there, like they build a cafe out of an entire warehouse. It's really fun to watch. But at the same time, I also recommend visiting smaller cafes, more individual owner based, because we gotta support small local businesses as well. Anyway, vanilla bean latte, I'm obsessed. But I got iced because I am Korean, and Koreans love drinking cold drinks with ice included, even in the winter. We don't care. In Korea, there is a saying, proverb that says, you gotta deal with the cold and the heat with the heat. So that's what I'm about to do.
And I'm not Korean, that's why when I feel just a little bit of like weather getting chillier, colder, I get warm drinks. Even in summer, quite often I can drink warm coffee instead of iced coffee. My boyfriend just gave me an idea of rating him and his actions every single day during this trip. So let's see. First thing that he did well was bringing the food to the table and taking it away so I don't have to do it, so I can just sit and wait. Second thing, he always agrees to take a cake after every single meal. I just asked my boyfriend if he can have a second cake after 2 meals already, and he told me to slow down. Red flag. Okay, he goes to get some water when I ask for it. Green flag.
Do you want the last piece of cake? Enjoy.
a huge problem that cities have, like small cities or just cities which are not Seoul or Busan, is the transportation system. Because here we've been walking like in Gyeongju for almost a day, and if I really think about it, I have seen 0 buses so far. I only see like a lot of cars, and it seems like people here move only by cars, or maybe they call a taxi. Here are quite a lot of taxis, but like literally 0 buses. No, it's not a bus. So we were planning to take a bus to go to the temple, but we simply don't know if it's coming because there is not much information online, so we will try to take another one.
goes up must always come back down. But I'll be safe in your arms.
Actually, for talking in this bar, the music is just perfect. It's not too loud, but you can still kind of really hear it well. And the reason why I decided to record the video right now is because I do want to recommend this bar. I'm not even sure if it's like a bar or a pub, but it has like the vibe of these British kind of pubs, and I just feel like it's made with love. But unfortunately, even so, it's like Friday night. Here are only us and two other guys, and that's it.
Always come back down. But I'll be safe in your arms, like the light in the day never part. I'm looking down the line. With you by my side, I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Good morning from a sunny Gyeongju. We've been lucky enough to have sun here all the time. And right now we are at National Gyeongju Museum. We already almost looked at almost everything here. That's a really great place to learn a little bit more about the history of Gyeongju.
These structures you see behind me are tower structures that are actually replicas of the same structures that were in the temple yesterday. Shilla was a Buddhist country, and in fact, a big theme of this museum is about how Shilla adopted Buddhism and created a lot of Buddhist art. And these structures are also a symbol of Buddhist art from back then. If you grow up in Korea, you learn about Shilla and Gyeongju a lot, and it was very interesting for me to see these things in real life. The museum is very well organized, and the exhibits are very well, they have good taste. It was really rewarding for me educationally and culturally to come here and see all these ancient artifacts.
And yesterday we were at the temple, and we also went to see the statue of Buddha, which I guess is the most famous one in Korea. And what did you think about it?
Again, I knew about them my whole life. It's really cool to finally see it. Personally, in my opinion, they're a little smaller than you imagine from textbooks. So don't expect anything too grand, but they're still very beautiful. Having said that, there are a lot of Buddhist temples that are as beautiful as this one, in my opinion, around Korea. Behind me, you can see a digital restoration of the pond area that we visited a couple days ago. What makes me sad about Gyeongju is that so much of the Shilla Empire, what used to be here, got destroyed over the centuries from wars, destruction. So war is a terrible thing. But this digital restoration really puts into perspective the amazing culture that used to be here.